To our presentation on stickler syndrome by Petra Maul and Hurst. Can you imagine what it's like to not be able to see long distances? What it's like to not be able to hear someone talk to you, or to suffer from constant ear infections? What about having difficulty walking, running, hopping or jumping because your joints don't handle the impact very well? For individuals with stickler syndrome, these are some of the constant battles that they experience.
Meet Sarah Cook. She's a stickler. Sarah is 14 years old and lives with stickler syndrome. Sarah, like most teenage girls, likes swimming, music and hanging out with her peers. Sarah will be the focus of our presentation today. So tell me more about stickler syndrome and how it affects people like Sarah.
Well, stickler syndrome is a progressive genetic disorder, so it's more likely to become worse as people age. It affects 1 in every 7,500 people, and it affects males and females equally. There are 5 different types of stickler syndrome due to the different gene mutations, and similar syndromes include OSMED and Marshall syndrome. The most common characteristics include abnormalities in the eyes, ears, bones and joints, or face and palate. It's really important to note though that stickler syndrome does not affect a person's intelligence or their lifespan.
Sarah has type 1 stickler syndrome, which is the most common. Her eyes suffer with myopia and nearsightedness and astigmatism, meaning they are not spherical. This is most often corrected by glasses and laser surgery. Sarah also has a hearing loss, which is corrected by hearing aids, and she suffers from frequent ear infections, especially when her ears have been exposed to water.
People like Sarah with sticklers will experience joint pain caused by osteoarthritis, overly flexible joints, and really long skinny fingers or toes, and scoliosis. Often their faces are flat and they have little to no nasal bridge. Some sticklers are born with a cleft palate, which can be corrected by surgery, and some have issues with their jaws not lining up. These 3 symptoms are similar to those found in the Pierre-Robin sequence.
Implications for learning and teaching, planning. Some of the main factors mentioned earlier that will have an impact on the education of students with stickler syndrome are the hypermobility and disease of their bones, surgeries related to their vision and hearing impairments, as well as mouth surgery to rectify a cleft palate or jaw alignment. This will require the educator to consult with the parent or carer to arrange adjustments to the curriculum and or learning environment to allow full access to education services on the same basis as non-disabled students.
Continuing on, in consideration of the above, we decided to focus on a specific area of the curriculum that would, in our opinion, possibly cause the greatest anxiety for Sarah. In order to improve some of the barriers from learning, we would firstly call a student-led IEP meeting with the immediate stakeholders, identifying 3 of the main concerns mentioned above in the previous slides.
Sarah Cook is a student with stickler syndrome who's transitioning to Year 7 after 12 months of being homeschooled due to an operation on her mouth. The school's learning and support teacher has requested a meeting with Sarah to establish her education goals for the year. Hi Sarah, I'm Miss Maul, I'm the learning support teacher. It's lovely to meet you and welcome to Hope High.
Thanks, Miss Maul. It's great to be here.
Good. The aim of our meeting this afternoon, Sarah, is to formulate part of your education plan for Year 7.
Sounds good.
Good. I love your enthusiasm, Sarah. We're first going to discuss sport and PE. So in Term 1, we have an athletics calendar to prepare for. It is a compulsory event for all students and will be the focus of your PE lessons for the next 4 weeks. Is there a particular event that you'd like to compete in?
I'd really like to have a go at doing hurdles, please.
Okay, fabulous, Sarah. On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best, if you had to run along an obstacle course and not stop, how do you think you'd go?
I think maybe a 2. I always trip over my toes because they're really long and they break really easily.
Alright, Sarah. Well, it sounds like your running and jumping combination skills need to be developed and probably need lots of practice.
I need lots, and I need lots of support, please. I think. Do you have those foam mats that I could use for soft landings? And maybe some buddies to help me as well?
Okay, look, they are fantastic ideas, Sarah, and we can most certainly provide you with those supports and adjustments.
Oh, that's a relief, because I was really worried. It's been a long time since I've been back from school, and I don't have any friends coming here. This will help.
Alright, well that's something that we can definitely help with. Particularly we'll set you up with some peers to support you with that. So I think we'll up stumps there now, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Miss Maul. Bye. Bye. Bye.
So we just watched then a video of an IEP meeting with Sarah and the learning support teacher.
The evidence-based strategies we identified that would serve the purpose of inclusion are universal design for learning, class-wide peer tutoring, and hands-on activity-based learning. The evidence-informed strategies included making adjustments and sensory strategies. Adjusting the curriculum, PDHPE. In accordance with the Disability Standards for Education, even though the physical restrictions of Sarah's disability hampers her involvement, by law she has the right to access courses and programs, use services and facilities, and have reasonable adjustments on the same basis as students without a disability. Below is a snapshot of how PDHPE will be taught at Hope High, according to the principles of UDL and other evidence-based teaching strategies.
We really hope that you've enjoyed this presentation today, and we've really enjoyed making it. On your handout you'll have more information, as well as you can seek our reference list, and on it you'll note that Sarah actually has her own YouTube channel, which you're free to go and visit. Thank you for listening.